All right. Hopefully everyone is doing wonderful tonight. I want to talk about the passing of OJ Simpson briefly. I know most of us we've seen that OJ Simpson pass, and I want to send out my condolences to his family and friends and loved ones. And it's not to overlook the Goldman or the Brown family, and because I know that with this recent information that has come out, that it's probably opened up some old wounds, especially, dealing with, having this feeling that the person that you thought actually murdered your loved one got away with murder, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, because having access to resources or what have you. But anyway, you know, looking at this information that came out with this gentleman, this monster by the name of Glenn Rogers. He was Nicole Brown's handyman, and also he, from the information that I heard of, he actually confessed to his brother, about the murders, about the murder, but he's also incarcerated. He's also in prison right now for other murders that he committed across the country. And what's sad about this is the fact that this information was suppressed, even to the point where these murders were being committed, during the time of the OJ trial. Now, the Goldman and the Brown family was seeking, to get justice, and actually they were deprived of that, being that the fact that this information was out there and the powers that be knew this. But it was really more about the celebrity status and trying to get a conviction of somebody of a high profile case. It was not about justice. It was really about a dog and pony show, and about money, greed. But these people have lost a loved one. So now that this information is out, now is probably reopened, some wounds that was probably not even healed. And deny these people closure. And being the fact that this man is passed on now, if I would figure anybody that have any kind of moral fabric in their body, they would like to seek forgiveness for holding animosity or any kind of hatred towards somebody, and come to find out they were innocent. And now they're deprived of that. Again, because of the powers that be, and their wickedness and their evilness. But also dealing with OJ's children. Just imagine what his children had to go through. Walking around, hearing all kind of comments and, being treated a certain way because of their father or what have you, and or even have to, in many cases, maybe even go into some kind of hiding, right? And then you have OJ. Just imagine the threats that he got. Just on some of these videos I make, man, you get threats for people. It's a shame, man. People, certain group of people, man, the demographic don't want to hear truth, man. But anyway, just imagine the threats that this man got. Just imagine the hatred, right? The discrimination. When he could have easily been able to defend himself. All these people could have gotten some form of justice or some kind of closure, right? If this information was not only used in a trial, in a case, but could have been made known to the public. Don't get me wrong. There's always going to be a certain group of people, and then I'm not saying everybody, but there's going to be a certain individuals, right? No matter what, they just have that hatred in their heart. But this is why we, people of color been saying what we've been saying. This man had money, and look what he had to endure, what he had to go through. But he was able to be able to defend himself because he had access to certain things that most of us don't have access to. Right? But again, this man he was acquitted, and that still wasn't good enough. Still wasn't good enough. You know, 60% of exonerees are so-called African Americans, right? People of color. People of color are 6 to 7 times more likely to be convicted or falsely convicted for a crime that they didn't commit. But again, there's always this narrative about we commit 50%, over 50% of the crimes. But nobody likes to talk about these other numbers, this other data. Because again, it's always about spinning this narrative, right, to make us the boogeyman. But then when we see the people who are in power and we see the corruption, and that's what we're pointing out. There's always going to be people from that community that like to, come out and say, oh, don't fall for the okie doke because they're trying to divide and conquer us. But yet these same people will not make videos to correct or call out the wrong for people that are making videos attacking this man and his family. Especially with this new information coming out. Because again, what they're doing is they want to protect they want to protect that privilege. Because at the end of the day, they know as long as this system is focused on us, they're good. They don't have to worry about being, put in that same limelight, right? Again, and again, this situation with OJ and the death of these people, the Goldman and the Browns, and the level, this have spanned over a 30-year span. But we've been talking about stuff like this here since the dawn of time in this country, since the inception of this country. It's not new for us. It's just that this one here, again, it just came right back up. But we've been talking about, the inequalities in this country. Looking at the opioid epidemic that's going on now. When there was a crack epidemic in the 80s, the gentleman that's in office right now, he passed a crime bill that disproportionately affect people of color. They still have not right that wrong yet. He was seeking the maximum sentence. But now there's an opioid epidemic. They have passed legislation to give them, treatment and stuff like that. Right? Again, it just show you the biases. And the sad thing about it is, let's be real about it. The communities, the two communities that are affected by it, right? They are victims. Let's be real about it. But when we look at who is bringing it into the country, they don't want to look at it when it come to my people. They didn't want to look at the system. But when it comes to their community, they'll look at it now. Or it's a topic they can talk about. Or you know what? We need to stick together. But when it happens to my community, don't fall for the okie doke. All they're trying to do is divide and conquer. And again, it's not everybody. It's only those that it applied to. Again, if the shoe fit, lace it up. Like the old saying, a hit dog gonna holler. But my point is you could keep sticking your head in the ground. But this is why there's judgment is coming to this place. Because see, the tables are going to turn. You had your opportunity. And every chance you get to show that you see the truth in righteousness, you fail as usual. You fail as usual. You get an opportunity to say, you know what? These people are right. They got a valid point. But no. Because again, to protect the system is to protect you because it benefits you. But again, like I said, it's a shame that for the people that really get it, we're seeing the foolishness, and it affects us all. But we're the ones, people of color, minorities are the ones that are affected by it, at a greater rate. And we don't have the numbers, right? We don't have the numbers of the support. So we have to go out there and defend ourselves, because if we got to wait on you to defend us, it'll never change. But when we say something, it's, don't protest this way, don't complain that way. But again, when it comes down to how it affects your community, we need to come together. We need to stick together. But anyway, like I said, for those that get it, man, stay focused. Stay focused, because at the end of the day, judgment is due, and the Most High is not playing. With that being said, as usual, peace, love, shalom.